Hi, my name is Johnny Walder, and today I will be giving a speech on why it is important for teenagers and young adults to work part-time jobs before working full-time careers. This is my audience, and now I will begin my speech. So many teenagers and young adults end up working part-time jobs or full-time jobs before they ever work a part-time job. This is an important topic and requires quick action because young adults are starting full-time jobs without any of the proper skills that you can only get from working a part-time job. I believe that every teenager and young adult should work a part-time job before starting a full-time job and jumping into their career. Today, I will be talking about the 4 main reasons that I believe this to be so. The first one of why I think it's so important for teenagers and young adults to work a part-time job before a full-time job is to develop important job skills. The second one is to understand important work ethics and work environments. Then, thirdly, to understand how to save and handle money. And the fourth being to understand how to work with others. My first main point is teenagers and young adults need to work a part-time job to develop important job skills. Part-time jobs create work environments where these skills can be learned. These job skills are learned by working hands-on and can only be learned in the workforce. These skills cannot be learned at any other time. That is why it is so important for people to learn these at a part-time job. Workers have to learn a lot of common skills instead of one specialized skill at a part-time job compared to a full-time job where people have to learn one specialized skill and then they are expected to know all of the other part-time common skills. Common skills found in part-time jobs include learning how to use good customer service. It could include also how to operate a cashier or how to clean. And these are all important skills that employers from full-time jobs expect you to already know, and they expect you to implement into how you work your work ethic at work. If you have never learned these skills before, then it would be really difficult to jump into a full-time position where these skills are to be expected every single day. Employers also expect that workers understand how to work hard and work efficiently. And this can only be learned as well through working a part-time position or another job before this, because if you jump right into a full-time job without knowing how to work efficiently and work hard, it's going to be very difficult with the fast pace of work life and all of the expectations that come with that. In a study by Martini, he says, for many instructors and administrators, the answer resides in a mix of advanced disciplinary knowledge and development of broadly applicable skills. Martini is talking about the specific skills in college that are needed for a full-time job, and he's explaining how these skills are learned in college and then that can be applied to a full-time job. But if you don't have a background to learn these skills, like working part-time or in college, it can be very difficult in the workforce full-time. My second main point is that teenagers and young adults need to work a part-time job so that they can understand different work environments. A lot of work environments can be stressful, and employees need to know how to work through these stressful situations and how to learn how to work within these environments and to be resilient. The definition of resilience is the ability to use positive mental skills to remain psychologically steady and focused when faced with challenges or adversity, and contributes substantially to how workers deal with stress and perform at work. Most work environments can be rough and be difficult to fit in right off the bat, but if you know how these work environments work with hierarchies and different rules and regulations within the work environment from working part-time, then it can be easy to transfer those to a full-time position. Most work environments have specific rules or traditions as well that companies require, and other coworkers kind of require new workers to join and follow. And a lot of these are very common, and you can learn kind of the culture and the atmosphere of the work environment from working different part-time jobs where you're going to have experience working with a lot of different people. Most of work environments have intense hierarchies that are important to understand and follow. These hierarchies kind of are how the company works. And if you step out of line and talk to a certain person in a different way that is not of the hierarchy, then this could cause a lot of issues. So understanding the hierarchy of a company or organization is also super important as well. There can be a lot of problems if this is not understood by employees within the company. In a study by ALO, he found that from his studies that supervisors higher in social dominance due to their dominant position strongly oppose soft power tactics more than subordinates did. So this quote is just explaining how hierarchies work and how employers in a dominant position like supervisors expect higher power tactics when they're kind of telling people what to do. They're not going to use soft tactics, and this is why it's so important to understand how these work environments work so that you can kind of be in line with them. My point number 3 is that teenagers and young adults need to work a part-time job so that they can learn how to save and handle money. One of the best ways to learn about money and paychecks is to work a part-time job, because through this you can earn a little bit of money and learn how to save and kind of create a financial plan for the future, but also not have a ton of money from a full-time job where you might lead to bad habits or irresponsible spending. Part-time jobs provide good pay to be able to learn these tactics. These skills are very important before jumping into a full-time position with a lot more financial benefits and certain things like that. Part-time jobs also provide the opportunity to learn how to be responsible with your money and make good financial plans for the future. In a study by Broom, he says, the most effective financial budget includes both a short-range, month-to-month plan for at least a calendar year and a quarter-to-quarter long-range budget for at least 3 years. This is important. Financial plans are super important and will help the success in the future for employers. Main point number 4 is that teenagers and young adults need to work a part-time job so that they can learn how to work with others. When you jump into a job, you're going to need to know how to work with a lot of different people who might not be easy to work with, and sometimes they can be actually very difficult to work with. And that's why it's super important to learn how to work with people and solve problems when working part-time, because you can mess up and there's a lot lower expectation than a full-time position. Part-time jobs provide lots of opportunities to work with a lot of different people. And these jobs provide experience with problem solving within teams to solve an issue or a problem within the company that has been assigned to you. A study by Lippi says, moreover, team performance is worse when more coworkers are working from home. Great success can happen when a team works together, and that's why it's so important to learn these skills in a part-time position before we're moving on to a full-time position. Now, in conclusion, teenagers and young adults should all work a part-time job at some point to learn the simple skills before entering a full-time position. The 4 main reasons for this that I talked about are to develop important job skills, to learn about different job environments, to learn how to save and handle money, and also how to work with others. Working part-time is super important and can be a key to having a successful career working full-time in the future. This is why I think working part-time is necessary for all teenagers and young adults to learn these important skills before they jump into a full-time position. Thank you for listening.